So we left off last time with the lady hauling the floaty rock stuff up to the Jade Chamber, where they're rebuilding the Jade Chamber. So let's resume on that. That's true. If I've tricked you into playing Smothering Storm before, you probably already have the wild cards for it. This isn't a Power 9 historic deck. Well, that's why we have sub-only chat on for Magic the Gathering, because Magic the Gathering players are too stupid to understand how things work, or how to read. And if that wasn't a timeout request, you deserve what just happened to you.
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes.
How can she lift that massive rock all by herself? She's got to be one of those adepti, surely.
Oh, mighty Adeptus, please give me your blessing so that in the coming year I may reap a more bountiful salary.
This
Bless
is top
me,
tier
'cause
in
money.
size and quality, and the condition it's in is quite simply immaculate. Congratulations, this item is approved for submission.
Top tier in size and quality, chat. I know that's not something many of you hear very often, but it's true.
I'm going to award you full marks for the Sunset Vermilionite item. May I take your name?
My name isn't important. I'm not even here to compete. I was just delivering this for some other people. They should be here any minute now.
Shenhe and Ningguang's little helper.
Ah, so you're the ones behind this. No wonder. The rarest talent turns in the rarest plastrite specimen. But I have to correct you on one point. It's not helper, it's secretary.
Okay then, Miss Secretary, what do you think of the rock we found? Pretty amazing, right?
In truth, it is the finest piece of plastrite we have received so far. If everything goes according to plan, we will use this piece in the foundation of the Jade Chamber, which will enable us to proceed to the next stage of construction. As a side note, Lady Ningguang has rented some dwellings in the nearby area to serve as accommodations for the contestants. If you need a place to rest, you are welcome to stay there. Now, please excuse me. As you can see, there is still a lot of work to do on the building site.
Shenhe, just now on the way over, pretty much everyone was singing your praises.
Oh, really?
What kind of reaction is that? So strange. Aren't you happy about it? Whenever Paimon gets praised, Paimon can't help but hold their head up high and break into a big smug smile.
I've had similar compliments before. They call me an Adeptus, treat me with great deference and respect, as if I'm set apart from the common folk.
Yeah, 'cause that's how adepti are. At least the ones we've met are pretty unique and reclusive too. Way different than normal people.
But I am not...
Shenhe?
I'm fine. I've been exerting myself quite a lot ever since we set foot in that abode. I'm just a little fatigued.
Well, Byron said that there are some makeshift hotels we can use, right? Let's go check in and take a rest.
No need. I simply need to find myself a secluded place in the wilderness to sit and meditate in silence.
You can't do that. It's dangerous out in the wild on your own. When you're hungry, you go eat something tasty. And when you're tired, you go lie down in a nice, comfy bed. All right? Seriously, don't punish yourself like this.
We never tell Paimon she's right, chat.
Okay. If you insist.
Great! Now we're talking. Let's head to our hotel.
It's quite the construction site, chat. Did I not need to climb up here? Is what she's talking about down here? It might be down here, actually.
Hi there. Checking in, are we? You're just in time. We only have 2 rooms left. Since this was chosen as the building site for the new Jade Chamber, we've had a constant stream of people in this area. And not just workers either. Visitors, business people, tea sellers, all sorts. So business is booming for me today. Very few vacancies. You're lucky you got here when you did.
Great!
One of your rooms is still being cleaned. I guess it should be ready within the hour. The other room is just through the door on the left. Here are your keys. All right. Hope you enjoy your stay. Please excuse me, I'll leave you to it.
Shenhe, you should go get some rest. We'll hang around outside until the other room's ready. Paimon's gonna go see if there's anything good to eat around here. Paimon couldn't help but notice one of the guests walk in with a huge grilled chicken drumstick before. Let's buy one for Shenhe too. She can have it as a midnight snack. Or save it for breakfast tomorrow.
All right. I will head to my room for now. If you need anything, don't hesitate to disturb me. I'm a light sleeper. I will hear if you knock on the door. See you tomorrow.
Hey, isn't that Cloud Retainer? What's she doing here? Let's go and say hi.
One trusts you have met Shenhe. So, are you getting along quite well?
So far, so good. Yeah. So, you know Shenhe too, Cloud Retainer?
Naturally. Save for Ganyu, who spends the majority of her time in Liyue Harbor. All the Adepti living today are acquainted with Shenhe to some degree.
Cool. So, what's her Adeptus name anyway? Calling her Shenhe feels kind of friendly, but also kind of disrespectful. So Paimon's thinking maybe it'd be better if we called her by her Adeptus name instead.
Her Adeptus name? Why, pray tell, would Shenhe have an Adeptus name?
Is she not?
Don't all Adepti have a special title they go by?
On this latter point, you are correct. However, Shenhe is human.
Oh, right. Wait, what?
Yeah, drops are on for the channel chat. If you have your Genshin account linked to your Twitch account, you'll get some freebies just for chillin'. Make sure you go to your Twitch inventory to claim them if you're also playing Genshin.
Paimon neither. This is a real surprise.
Do you mean to say that she presents differently from ordinary human beings?
Well, to start with, her problem-solving methods are extremely direct.
Ah, yes. She was like this all those years ago when one first met her. In this respect, she has not changed. One first found Shenhe by chance in a cave. One was passing by and sensed the presence of a god's remains. Being of an ever-vigilant disposition, one entered immediately to inspect the scene. Inside was Shenhe, then aged around 6 years old. In her hand, she held a dagger with which she was confronting a monster that was the god's remains incarnate.
That sounds so dangerous.
When one arrived, she had already been locked in confrontation with this monster for several days. Most mortal children are fragile, both physically and mentally, and are highly reliant on their parents for survival. But not so her.
Very independent 6-year-old. Yeah, we did a couple of sponsor segments for Genshin at the start, Niv, but I've been playing a bunch off stream, as well as doing the story stuff on stream. not sponsored afterwards. I think if you go back and look at the YouTube playlist, the ones that were sponsored are tagged. I think it was like 3 or 4 at the very start.
That she was able to endure such terrible danger was due not only to her strong willpower, but also to the bloodlust and homicidal instinct with which she was born. One dealt with the monster, yet she still refused to lower her guard. She even pointed her dagger in one's direction and remained ready to strike. Only after she was satisfied that one had no intention to cause her harm did she finally relent. She then passed out without uttering a single word.
That's quite the backstory for a character that plays as a support.
In other words, if you hadn't passed by that day, Shenhe might have...
Not necessarily. Upon one's arrival, one could sense that the god's wrath was gradually receding. Even had the stalemate continued, one suspects that Shenhe may have still emerged the victor of the confrontation.
That's still so dangerous, though. Why was a tiny little kid battling against the wrath of a god in the first place?
Alas, the mortal world is rife with suffering of every kind, and she had experienced her fair share of this even at a tender age. Seeing that she was homeless, one decided to adopt her. Indeed, it is one to whom she refers. Shenhe has an extraordinary constitution, making her well adapted to practicing the Adepti arts. All the Adepti cherished her talents, and so we were willing to train her. However, her homicidal urges did not subside with age. Rather, they grew stronger day by day.
So she's a sociopath, and all of the gods liked the sociopath, Chet. That makes sense. That's very godlike, huh?
Mooncarver once performed a divination for her. He declared that her fate is to bear the curse of calamity. Consumed by malevolent energy, she is prone to bring harm to those around her. Such is the magnitude of the danger this poses, that her soul must be bound with red ropes to keep her homicidal instinct at bay. The red ropes have indeed served to keep her calmer and more content. They also seem to have rendered her somewhat inexpressive. Perhaps the red ropes are so powerful that they have suppressed some of her other emotions as well.
So their goal was to remove the homicidal anger, and they just like wiped all of the emotion instead, which makes sense based on what we've seen of her engagements so far. Her interactions. We only know...
Only by fate that people's paths may cross. Now that Shenhe's path has crossed with yours, please be sure to treasure the gift that fate has given you, and take good care of her.
Yeah, we don't usually find out the 4-star characters on the banners until closer to the banner drops plat, is my understanding.
Oh, now Paimon gets it. You came out here to check up on Shenhe because you were worried about her, didn't you?
Huh. You dare draw such a facile conclusion on the nature of one's present excursion? Incorrect. The truth is that while Liyue Harbor may seem peaceful today, danger is always lurking in the shadows. Ningguang once made a bold assertion that this is to be the era of the contract between Liyue and the humans. Well, one is most curious to observe how she will respond to the coming storm.
Coming storm's a little ominous.
If she handles it admirably, one is willing to be a witness to her achievements. But if she does not, the Adepti shall not hesitate to seize control. Let us conclude our conversation here for today. One has occupied enough of your time, and night is approaching. Be sure to get ample rest.
So, Shenhe isn't an Adeptus after all.
Yes, the banners reset every 6 weeks or so. and
no
new
wonder
fours
she
with
doesn't
them.
like being treated as an adeptus. Having everyone falling over themselves to show their respect all the time must be kind of hard to deal with.
I like how he said there were 2 rooms in this building, and this building looks like it has maybe 2 rooms at most. Maybe he was referring to this one over here. Oh, this is someone else, right? Investigator. We don't side quest on stream, chat. What does this pop up? Nope, it was red even though I did all the things. Weird. Wait until 8 a.m. the following day. Got it.
I just need a moment to quickly take down some notes. Hey! So, Shenhe...
Master has relayed my situation to you, I take it.
Oh? How did you know?
I'd intended to wait until you came back before going to sleep, but I didn't hear you come in. I was worried that something may have happened to you, so I went outside to check and caught sight of my master. On top of this, you have been acting very strangely around me this morning, causing me to suspect that my master must have told you everything about me. After all, master is... very talkative.
Sorry, Shenhe. Paimon had you down as an adeptus this whole time, but it turns out Paimon was wrong.
It's okay. I don't mind. The fault is mine for not explaining everything to you sooner, because in my experience, trying to explain is a futile pursuit. Still, though you mistook me for an adeptus, you never treated me as distant and unapproachable. Instead, you treated me as you would a friend. For this, I am very grateful indeed.
To be fair,
Got an emotion,
you've
Chip.
met our fair share of real adepti, too. Anyway, now it's settled. From now on, you're our friend. Whether you're an adeptus or a human isn't the important thing. First and foremost, we're just plain old friends.
Got it. Although I don't know quite what it entails in terms of what I have to do, I must say I like the title friend very much indeed.
Great! Well, now that we're all rested up, we should start searching for the other 2 items on the list. But before we do that, let's go to the building site and ask Ningguang's little helper how the progress
Secretary of Paimon.
After all, Sunset Vermilionite is so rare. Paimon doubts many competitors will really be able to find any. If it turns out some of them have given up already, we'll be able to take things a little more slowly. Oh, and another thing. We bought some grilled chicken drumsticks on the way back last night. There was a place just outside. Here's one for you, Shenhe.
AR-43, chat.
So good.
Almost AR-45. Go to the work site and ask around for news. Oh no, somebody's involved in something else? Baiwan is currently busy in the illuminated beast of sea and clouds.
I concur.
Let's go take care of that, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what banner I'm going to be pulling for next. I looked at the 5s that are coming up. I don't know if any of them particularly jump out at me. I think I'd like to get Fischl. As off-field lightning catalyst. Yeah, I mostly want to... Venti pair was good with Ganyu. Yeah, I've got Sucrose like C6 already though. And I'm not really into any of the 4 stars in this banner. And Sucrose pair is fine with Ganyu. I don't think it's enough of an upgrade over C6 Sucrose to be worth pulling for.
It's shocking how much work there is to do, even for the three of us.
And she's been handling it alone all along. The Qixing secretary clearly isn't an ordinary person. It's so frustrating.
Huh? You're...
Oh, Fish will be on Star Glitter again eventually? Is she there right now?
Aren't you Ningguang's servants? How come you're here?
We are Miss Ningguang's private secretaries, not servants. Have you seen Miss Ganyu, Traveler? It has been several days since Ganyu left for Joyun Karst. She's the general secretary of the Liyue Qixing. We've only taken over her responsibilities until she gets back.
Hey, Blightnin, thanks for the prime. I wouldn't be able to be without folks like you. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, I want to get C1 on my Bennett, so I'm definitely going to grab him when he comes back up on the Star Glitter. I think I've got 40 I'm holding. I have Bennett already. I want C1 on him.
Even though the Qixing have made peace with the Adepti after the latter had denounced Liyue, they still want to pay their respects to the Illuminated Ones. They commissioned Ganyu as their envoy to deliver a letter to Joyun Karst and bring the Adepti the latest news about the crisis. Still, Ganyu should have been back to her usual responsibilities by now, but she's disappeared without a trace.
Is that so? Maybe Ganyu just took a little detour. Who can blame her after working so hard?
I'm afraid it's not very likely. Ever since we met Ms. Ganyu, she's been nothing but the most conscientious person in all of Liyue. Even when it's time for her annual leave, Ms. Ganyu stays on duty at Yuehai Pavilion saying there is still so much to do. She couldn't possibly be using her mission as an excuse to slack off.
Oh, Paimon sees how it is. But she's half Adeptus. She wouldn't get in trouble, right? Why do you look so upset?
It's because of this absurd workload of hers. When we first heard the three of us would be taking over for Miss Ganyu, we thought it would simply be a matter of changing our work environment.
We couldn't have imagined that Miss Ganyu's daily workload far exceeds what the three of us are used to doing. We don't even know how long we've been working. We feel guilty for taking even a short breather like we are now.
Looks like you got a serious emergency on your hands.
Speaking of Joyun Karst, Traveler, I've heard that you can go in and out of there as you please.
It's accurate.
Of course, we've been there lots of times.
That's good news. Could you go to Joyun Karst and find Miss Ganyu for us? Preferably before we collapse under this workload. We're saved. I remember Miss Ganyu said that she'd be visiting Cloud Retainer's abode. You might as well start looking for her there. It's about time she came back to work. Otherwise...
No, perhaps we should go to Lady Ningguang first and bring up our overtime pay again.
Get you overtime pay, ladies.
So Ganyu wants to visit
Form yourselves a
Cloud
union and get to it, huh?
Doesn't she live in Mel Outsung? We should hurry up. Paimon hopes we can find her there.
All right, chat, I'm going to be honest. I kind of feel so... It looks like we unlocked this one, but I kind of feel like I want to track down Ganyu. It sounds like she could be in trouble. My character feels compelled to find Ganyu, so let's do that. Hey, thanks for the follow, Soul Slayer. Good afternoon. Karst is up over here. Save our waifu. I do have a soft spot for Ganyu, chat. She is wonderful. Oh, is this one of the hangout quests? It might be. I think I unlocked hers with a key. Chan said these are good. Let's do it and see if I agree with Chan or not.
Person standing over there. That's Ganyu. We finally found her. Ganyu, here you are.
You two. I did not expect to meet you here. Is it official or private affairs that bring you here?
No, this is a mainline Ganyu quest. Okay.
I shouldn't. I have left the human world. Please contact the Yua High Pavilion regarding matters concerning the commercial port.
You seem different.
Huh? You don't want to be the Qixing secretary anymore? But they're all waiting for you to come back.
That's why you're here? You want me to come back? I'm afraid you came here in vain.
What? Did something happen?
The clouds fold and unfold. The tide ebbs and flows. It was meant to be. When the Adepti entrusted humans with overseeing Liyue, I knew it was only a matter of time until I had to leave.
Oh, she doesn't get to stay because the humans want to be in charge now.
My Adepti blood makes me unwelcome in Liyue Harbor. I delivered the letter and came back to Liyue Harbor, only to discover that I had been replaced by Baiwen, Baishao, and Baishu. Perhaps that mission of mine was just a pretext to remove me. Since the Qixing gave me a chance to leave with dignity, I decided to be tactful as well.
This is very dramatic.
I appreciate your kindness, but there's no need for your words of comfort. After 1,000 years away, I came back to Juyun Karst. Looking at the clouds floating among the mountains brings me peace of mind. I feel better now.
But...
Who disturbs the peace of these mountains?
Cloud Retainer, we're terribly sorry. We just...
One merely jests. One felt your presence the moment you set foot upon this land.
Wow, you Adepti really are impressive.
Come here to chat about the old times with Ganyu. It looks like you get along quite well. A matter leaves you at an impasse then. Not to worry. One is exceptional at seeking avenues for conversation. One has been one's own companion in idle talk for many a year. Yes. Since you are Ganyu's friends, tales from her youth shall one apprise you of, perhaps?
Oh, Cloud Retainer.
Nothing to be ashamed of. You were so cute as a child. One is most certain that your friends would like to hear of it.
Oh, Paimon wants to hear it.
Little Ganyu loved when the horns on the top of her head were caressed. When one was still taking care of her, one was pestered most often to touch her horns. She was elsewise loath to sleep.
Wow.
I forgot she had horns. They blend in nicely with her hair.
Plump she was back then. Why, when she stumbled while we ascended the mountain, she would roll down to the bottom like a little ball. The day Ganyu bumped into a pilgrim was the first time she saw a real human in the flesh. So fearful she was that she hid in a rock's cleft for 2 days and nights. One found her wailing of a monster she had seen.
Humans are monstrous. Those are good instincts.
Cloud Retainer? Forget it. It's about time for my training. I will take my leave.
Big mom, you're embarrassing me energy.
One's intention was merely to relieve the awkward tension.
And you did the exact opposite. Impressive.
Be that so? But returning to Ganyu, most gladdened one is of your arrival. One cannot help but feel that remaining in Juyun Karst shall not be good for her. One will tell you more about her, if you should permit it. Most benevolent among all Adepti are the Qilin. They drink only spring water and eat only whole grain. But perhaps the mountainous dwellings of Adepti in Joyun Karst might be too lonely for her human side. Under moonlight did one see her last. She stood by the precipice's edge, and upon the mist-veiled mountains she gazed. Her thin figure was immersed in the vast sea of clouds. One noticed her loneliness and sought to convince her to go back to the human world. But just then, she said thus.
Liyue Harbor feels even lonelier than Joyun Karst. When I look at the sea of clouds in Joyun Karst, I merely feel the loneliness of a solitary cloud gazer. When I step into the sea of people in Liyue, I feel the loneliness of an inhuman that doesn't belong in the human world.
That's sad, chat.
Did by chance hear this much of Ganyu's thoughts. Alone, she will find her predicament hard to conquer. One hopes that you will accompany her.
Oh, Retainer's right. We can't leave Ganyu depressed like that. Besides, Liyue hasn't given up on her. She's got it all wrong. Anyways, what's that training Ganyu was talking about?
She has sought to reclaim her Adeptus side since returning to Joyun Karst. At her behest, one has organized training for her to achieve that end. She should be in the southern part of Mount Outsong right now, preparing for the trial.
Huh, is that so? Let's go take a look then.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Kokome. We did not bump our parachute again nearly quick enough. Get to heal 2269 per pulse, chat. Nice. Ganyu, meet Ganyu, Ganyu.
So here you are, Ganyu.
I did chase down Kokome Mats in Inazuma. She is solid. I actually ran out of experience material, so she's currently at 67 out of 70.
Why did you come here?
The amount of voice acting in this game is astounding. How many hours of gameplay are we in? I think this is our 16th or 17th session at like 90 minutes to 3 hours per session. It's probably about 2 per. But yeah, there's a ton of voice story in this game. It's really well done. This game's the most profitable video game in the world currently, but it's also the most expensive to be produced. They've spent a lot into it.
Humans should not remain in the realm of Adepti for too long.
Yeah, I've been doing side quests off stream, but to be fair too, a lot of the side quests aren't voiced. I don't think I've done any voice side quests off stream. There's a lot of good puzzles and other things in the side quests though that are reasonable.
Considering the kindness you have shown me, I can let you stay for the Adeptus training.
Yay!
This trial was prepared by Cloud Retainer. Its goal is to help me feel like an Adeptus again.
Yeah, I actually feel like the company that makes this game puts money back into it, unlike Magic, where it feels like they pump the player base for a lot of money and then their product is crap. Like, Genshin's a genuinely good piece of software.
The training is much to her signature style. I hope it won't make it seem like she is too unaware of the abilities of others.
Is it difficult?
No, I'm aware of your strength, Traveler. The power hidden within you is not inferior to mine. If you're ready, we shall begin the training.
Oh, that's funny. When you have Ganyu in your party, when you have Ganyu in your party and you get her as a trial character in something like this, you just only have 4 characters still. I was wondering how that would work.
There's a lot of gliding around. It does feel like something Cloud Retainer would come up with.
Finish this in time. Did I miss a way to jump up here somewhere? Got that one. Where's the next one? Okay. Yeah, they gave me the trial build. My non-trial build has, How am I supposed to get up? Oh, there's a wind current here. Like, I gotta guess a wind current somewhere. My non-trial build, I think, is like 10 or 15,000 life, 10 or 12,000 life, one of the two.
We're way behind schedule.
Yeah. Time to spare, chat.
We've completed the task. What do you think? I agree. You possess many qualities similar to those of Adepti, despite having none of their blood.
Hey, Nomad, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel this afternoon. For everybody chilling, I've been doing the Genshin story here on stream. I've been playing for the last couple of months since we had a sponsored thing put it on my radar. It's been a ton of fun. I play a lot of different things here on the channel. Usually we do Genshin on Monday and Tuesday afternoons, and the entirety of my playthrough for the story stuff is up on my YouTube channel here.
Ganyu, what were you planning to do once your training was over?
The training's not over yet. The part prepared by Cloud Retainer is only the first trial.
Huh? So there are more trials prepared by other Adepti?
No. The only Adeptus who can unlock my true potential is...
Who is it?
Is it herself?
Conqueror of Demons.
Huh. So it's Shao. That cold-hearted loner? How come he's prepared a trial for you?
I found him unapproachable at first, too. But I believe that being able to face him is an important part of my homecoming. He's already waiting for me. Come along if you're interested.
Of course we are. Let's go.
Alright, well, since we're here, I'm gonna stop and grab this Geo. I will say, as someone who's played a lot of open world games, I think this is the one I've enjoyed the most exploring the land and stuff in. It's so well done. Parts of Inazuma are just like super beautiful. Clouds we fall, through the clouds we fall. Do 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 do. Prizes? Oh, this needs, what's it called on either side? Something for later.
You're half an hour late. I see you still haven't abandoned the wrongful ways of humankind.
He's such a dick. His character was in one of the trial things that came up recently. It's a neat kit. Yes. Yeah, the Genshin does a good job of making you feel rewarded for Underground. Agree? I remember when I was like, I need to explore today, and I didn't even do daily or anything, just to explore. Yeah, exactly, Hope Daddy. And thanks for the 31 months. Welcome back.
I'm sorry. I had a meeting with Cloud Retainer. I
don't need your explanations and don't require any mutual understanding between us. I'm just helping you with your training. That's all.
Xiao is such a strict teacher.
That's another way to phrase it.
You're neither an adeptus nor a human. Always treading the line between the two worlds. It must create a lot of confusion. Instead of explaining yourself to me, you should face your true self.
I have nothing to hide.
The body and the mind are one. If something worries your mind, your body can help you find a solution. The trial I've prepared for you will explore the true potential of your body.
Yes. I'm ready.
Hold the line.
Heal Kokomeda full here real quick before we do whatever it is we're doing over here.
The trial's begun. I can feel it in the air. Even the weather's changed.
What a nuisance.
Oh, this is a protect the monolith angle. Got it. I understand now. Oh, this. Oh, man. She's got items or something that makes her, her skill have 2 charges. That's cracked.
Allow me. Animal hypostasis emulation. Animal test 6308. You can't run.
The fact that they put the trial Ganyu at the bottom of my team, though, is fucking with my muscle memory. Because normally Ganyu's my up arrow. So, like, my fingers are used to, like, pushing up to get Ganyu.
Access denied.
Judgment.
It's her C2. Yeah, getting constellations. Getting constellations on, 5-star characters is like the big whale hunting this game does.
Lights out.
Stand clear. Enhanced animal module 75.
No touching. Access denied.
Hold the line. Animal test 63.
I can fix for Rex Lapis.
Stand clear. Animal test 60.
I'm setting my thing, chat. Stop it!
Denied.
My Ganyu would probably be better for this, though. I've got energy recharge on my Ganyu because she's typically my sub DPS in this team composition. So my Ganyu freezes way more often than this build does. We should be more than fine here, it looks like, but I like my build better.
All hail.
Trying to get C6 and every character costs a lot. Yeah. The people that dump 4 and 5 figures in this game, well, probably 5 figures, are ones that are hunting C6s, right? I imagine.
Is already out? Oh, okay. Just one last experiment, and then we can get some rest.
It's extra convenient that they made it storm during that to make Ganyu freeze things, too. 5 figures as in money? Yeah. 5 digits, like tens of thousands to get C6s on everything, I'd wager.
I've completed your trial.
You don't have to report back to me. Seeking other people's validation won't benefit your training. Only you can evaluate the result of this trial. You'll progress faster that way.
Understood.
Christ on a bike. Yeah, so for reference, when they do a banner with a 5-star character, it's what? It's like 80 pulls to guarantee a 5-star, so it's 160 pulls with the 50-50 to get it guaranteed. And you would need to pull the same character 6 times or 7 times to get the C6, right? So you would need 160 pulls times 7 to C6 1 5-star. So what's 160 times 7 divided by... Someone do the math on that, actually. What does it cost to C6 1 character?
Xiao always has such strong opinions.
From tomorrow on, I'll start raising the difficulty of your training, so you'll have to...
I have to do what?
Yeah, I think averaging out to 80 pulls is realistic, because you'll have some that pull before that and some that go after. Honestly, it might even be right to average it to like 75. But yeah, 160 times 7 divided by whatever pulls cost. It's a 1,100 pulls per C6.
Another one of those pesky visitors. I'll leave him to you, Ganyu. It's also a part of your training.
Pesky visitor? So even here there are those that Xiao can't deal with?
According to the internet, it's about 2 grand.
Blessed be
Okay.
Lapis. I've finally come upon the Adepti.
So you would incidentally get some 5-stars that would, on the default banner, that would also C6 through all of that. But yeah, about 2 grand per 5-star you C6, sounds right?
Are all of you the Adepti of this mountain? Great! My name's Sin Chung. I came to ask for your merciful blessings, O Adepti. I beg of you, please grant me luck, wealth, and a good career.
I like how every time these people see an Adeptus, they're just like, please make me wealthy. You can do that, right? Yes, I agree, son. So, like, to give you a background on me, if you're not familiar, I've played through, like, all of Raid Shadow Legends, and I've tried almost every gacha out there through sponsored and unsponsored things at this point. And I agree that Genshin's actually the least offensive of any gacha game I've ever touched. It has pretty clear cuts what you get and where.
Oh, so it's a pilgrim. Huh. He can handle any battle, but talking to strange humans is a different story, huh?
I am also one of the Adepti. You can say that I'm an Adeptus in training.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you can... The same can be said for any of these games, though, show. You can free-to-play almost all of them. Especially, and Genshin's actually extra good in that respect, too, since it's largely single-player content. A lot of the other gacha games, they monetize their top players through PvP things directly with, like, leaderboards and stuff, which Genshin doesn't do.
Perfect. I didn't come in vain, then. Although you sound a bit half-hearted. Doesn't matter. What blessings can you grant me?
This guy strikes me as someone who's used to hearing the ladies tell him that's half-hearted, and then him saying it doesn't matter.
Wow, straight to the point, huh?
Dear Pilgrim, you shouldn't jump to conclusions. Adepti don't help every pilgrim for free.
For free? Do you mean that you charge people for the blessings of the Adepti?
That's not what I meant. What I'm trying to say is that everything should be earned through hard work and earnest living. It would be unfair to other people if you got everything you wanted for no reason.
Hold on. I've heard this all before. You're just like my old man, always nagging me.
Dad, I don't want to work hard. Just give me money.
Your father must have experienced it firsthand. The lives of the common folk are riddled with hardships, but are also full of joy. A person of your age should focus on work and family, instead of chasing after fairy tales.
Are you a real Adeptus? Why do you speak and behave like us city folk? You sure you're not one of those swindlers who pose as an Adeptus to cheat people out of their money? Ugh, how dare you reprove me? I bet you came here looking for the Adepti yourself.
He might sorta have a point. We did come here looking for Ganyu after all.
Enough. Doesn't matter if you're a real Adeptus or not. You're useless. I'm leaving.
I can see why Zhao often wanted to make this her problem.
Nobody's stopping you. Ganyu, don't let that guy ruin your mood.
It's not his behavior. The things he said. He was right. I thought that coming back to Jueyun Karst and devoting myself to training would make me feel like an Adeptus again. But being questioned by him made me realize that But I'm unwelcome in Liyue Harbor. As an Adeptus,
It's true! Just believe us!
Alright. I'll go with you to Liyue Harbor. That said, I still trust my initial judgment. If I'm proven right, I'll return to Jueyun Karst once again.
Well, at least she's coming to see Chen.
Let's go!
Oh, we got some more experience books, Chet. I should put some...
Humidity levels are increasing.
I ran out of books trying to get Kokome to, Hey, we're getting there, slow and steady. Should I burn all my little ones? Just, like, don't even do anything? $69 at least.
Think we can run some tests? We're finally back!
I'm still...
Come on, Ganyu! We're almost there! You don't want to turn back now, do you?
I suppose you have a point. It would be quite impolite of me to leave the two of you now.
That's right! Where do you want to go first, then?
I've spent too much time in the mountains. The first thing that comes to my mind is the sea. Let's go for a walk in the port.
Happy to come with.
The sun is already out? Oh, okay. Just one last experiment, and then we can get some rest. Last one, I promise. Yeah. Yeah.
The sound of the waves in this familiar port. The smell of the sea breeze makes me nostalgic.
Ganyu, you didn't leave Liyue for that long. Why do you look so moved?
Well, I used to be so busy. I haven't taken a stroll around here in a long time.
Huh. That's true. Ganyu seemed to be working all the time.
Well, when I think about my time here, I've spent most of it behind a desk filing documents. It put me in a certain mood, similar to the one I felt during my training in Juyun Karst, in fact.
All work and no play makes Ganyu a sad goat girl champ.
Is that? It is! It's Lady Ganyu. I wouldn't have thought I'd meet you here. You were always so terribly busy.
Lady Ganyu? Why are you calling her that?
Allow me to introduce Uncle Tian. He is...
That's all right. Just tell them the truth. They have done so much for Leo after all, and I am the one who has yet to introduce myself.
Uncle Tian is a member of the Liyue Qixing, the Tianshu.
What? This grandpa is a member of the Qixing? The same rank as Ningguang?
Hush now. I must ask for your discretion concerning my identity. Fishing in the port and strolling about are the greatest pleasures of my life. I have no wish to be followed around by those armed guards. In most people's eyes, I'm just a forgetful and wordy old man.
Uncle Tian is too modest. He's been around for a long time. There's no one who can replace a person of such noble character.
What an honor to receive such high praise from Lady Ganyu herself. I guess I must have done something right over the last, however many decades.
Uncle Tian, please. A person of your standing should really stop calling me Lady Ganyu.
My apologies. It's not intentional, just a habit from my younger days. Thank you for looking after me when I first ascended to my position in the Qixing.
Oh, that's right. Ganyu's half adepti, so she's like super old, right?
Oh, so you've been friends for many decades now, huh?
Oh, I was just fulfilling my duties as the Qixing secretary. It's nothing worthy of your gratitude.
Talking about secretaries, I don't know if I should bring it up. Ganyu, I believe you know my daughter, Huixin. She seems to be a bit troubled recently.
Yes, she works at Yue High Pavilion and she's my junior. How can I help her?
I don't know myself, really. She's all grown up now and doesn't like to ask for my help. May I trouble you to meet her at Yue High Pavilion? She just needs a bit of guidance.
With pleasure. Solving the Qixing's problems has always been in my job description.
She's back in character, just like that, huh? Let's move then, to Yue High Pavilion.
I really need to climb up here and grab the stupid point at some point. Would make some of these jumps around here go quicker while we're streaming. I'm gonna walk up and around like this like a pleb. How big can your stamina bar get in this game, by the way? If you farm all the sigils in every area, is it over double what you start with?
Miss Ganyu, it's been too long. I don't know why, but seeing you brings me a sense of peace in these chaotic times.
Indeed, it has been a while, Huixin. I'm flattered, but aren't you exaggerating a little? I heard that you've encountered some problems and came to see if I could be of some help.
My father asked you to come, didn't he? Abusing his status as a member of the Qixing to trouble you.
Don't worry. I'm always happy to help a junior colleague from High Pavilion.
Ganyu's not only a competent secretary, but also a great mentor.
So, what can you tell me about the problem?
Ugh, where should I start? I discovered something strange while organizing tax records. There are obvious irregularities in the tax declarations of 2 stores, Second Life and Wanyo Boutique. However, whether I question the shopkeepers or check their accounts, I can't seem to make any progress with my investigation. Without any evidence, my hands are tied.
You're gonna get people for tax fraud, chat? Are we a cop now?
I see. It's not uncommon for merchants to be blinded by greed.
Well, is there any solution you can advise?
Naturally. I've dealt with similar issues hundreds of times. Give me a moment to consider the best approach in this scenario. All right. Let's approach it this way then. Your enemy knows you best.
Huh?
If I remember correctly, Second Life and Wanyo Boutique are old business rivals, competing for market share due to their similar wares. In that case...
I know what you mean, Miss Ganyu.
Exactly. Let's start with Wanyo Boutique. The owner's name is... Bolai, isn't it?
Yes, you're right. Follow me, please.
I swear I just picked these flowers recently and they're back already. Hold on. We're gonna material gather really quick while we're here, chat. We need those. We need these for our boy at some point. Forgive my source gathering. Oh, he's underneath. I was like, where's the thing we're looking for?
Aha! We meet again, traveler. And you must be from the High Pavilion? I suppose you're about to place a big order. I'd be honored to offer you my wares.
That won't be necessary, Mr. Bolai. Wanyo Boutique's credit is not sufficient to accept orders directly from High Pavilion. Should we need to place such an order, we would certainly go to Second Life instead.
What? Second Life? Ugh. That rascal Dongsheng. He's stealing all of my customers.
Well, Second Life's credit has always been excellent, and based on their tax records, their business is thriving.
Tax records? Thriving?
Huh. Is there anything you'd like to share with us, Mr. Bolai?
Don't let that rascal fool you. I know his dirty tricks best. If you don't believe me, show me his tax records. I'm sure I'll find something fishy in there.
You know Second Life's business so well?
Of course. Ugh, their every transaction makes my blood boil. I'd rather lose money myself than see that rascal make some.
Well then, please look over this tax record. We'll review Second Life's credit based on your observations.
Oh, of course. I'll read very, very carefully. Line by line and word by word. Ah, here, I found it. That exquisite wooden furniture set he bought from Fanmu Carpenters at the beginning of the year. Ugh, he even flaunted it in front of me.
It seems like some kind of violation. It really does, right? You imagine the IRS agents going to people being like, hey, this is your competitor's tax records. Tell me what's up here.
Look at the tax record. Not a word about that furniture. And he kept all the profit for himself.
I see. He must have gotten rid of all the documents related to this transaction. No wonder there was no trace of it.
I told you so. Just as I expected. Ugh, I can't wait to watch him squirm.
But, Ms. Ganyu, despite all this, can't he just flat out deny ever making this transaction?
He might have destroyed all the evidence, but I believe the supplier, Fanmu Carpenters, might still have some proof of it.
Aha, you're right. Master Lu from Fanmu Carpenters must still have the invoice. He wouldn't be swayed by the likes of Dongsheng.
I hope so. Let's go to Fanmu Carpenters. It should be near Chingsa Village. Thank you for shining a light on this case, Mr. Balai.
Oh, please, that's nothing. I just hope you won't be lenient with him once you find the evidence. That's the best way to show your gratitude.
I'm afraid I can't go to Chingsa Village.
It's all right, Weishin. You can stay in Liyue Harbor and finish your work. Leave the rest to us.
Oh, that's so considerate of you. Still, I'm sorry to trouble you like that.
That is a hop, skip, and a jump chip.
What was that? Oh, it's gone. Can I go take a look?
I like how he's just still here reading his book. The last time we left him, we have a quest line with him to do at some point too. Oh, bookwormy friend.
Ah, welcome. How can an old carpenter like me help you? I'm usually happy to take new apprentices, but I'm afraid I can't take too many at once. But I'm always around if you're keen for a chat.
Chingsa really is full of lonely old people.
Hey, I heard that, Flying One.
Paimon's sorry.
Master Lu, we've just come to see you and ask you some questions.
Don't worry, I know. You're from the Yuehai Pavilion, right? Why would the Qixing care about an old man like me? Well, whatever. You said that you want to ask me something. Ask away, then.
You're very direct, Master Lu. I will be plain. We're looking for proof that Dongsheng from Second Life has been evading taxation. Dongsheng bought some furniture from you at the beginning of the year. Do you still have the invoice or any other record of that transaction?
Oh, it's about Second Life. It was a big order. How could I forget?
Sure enough, Mr. Balai was right. Could we perhaps borrow that invoice? We won't have any evidence to bring against Dongsheng otherwise.
Of course you can. But I'm not so sprightly anymore.
What's that supposed to mean?
I only do my woodwork and display finished wares here at Fanmu Carpenters. As for old documents and such, I keep them all in a warehouse west of here. But some troublemakers have recently moved there, invading my warehouse. Since you need that invoice anyway, it may be best to get it from the warehouse yourself. And while you're at it, you can teach those louts a lesson.
So that's what happened. I see.
I'll leave you to it then. I need to get back to work.
Take back the warehouse, find the invoice. Time for us to show our stuff in a fight.
Wait, I think I saw one of those troublemakers. Over there.
Oh, Paimon sees them too. It's one of the Fatui.
They must be plotting something against Liyue Harbor.
Maybe they're the scoundrels who invaded Master Lu's warehouse.
Ever since Osial attacked the harbor, the Fatui's reputation in Liyue has reached rock bottom. We won't cause a serious diplomatic crisis by getting into some small scuffle with the Fatui within our borders. You need not worry. Besides, I can already feel their malicious intentions. Consider it My intuition as the secretary of the Chising.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go teach him a lesson.
Jump him. Oh, good. It gave me my Ganyu this time.
You'll get fun.
Blaze over.
Bye.
You can't run. Lights out. Yeah.
You want to play the game, bud? It's too bad.
Ready?
No touching.
Time for
Rex
a
Lapis.
flash freeze.
Yeah.
You scoundrels.
I think you've had enough. About time you tell us your plan. No?
Plan? What plan?
We just taught you a lesson, but clearly you weren't paying attention. If you don't spill whatever you're scheming against Liyue, we'll be forced to use harsher methods.
Tell us everything.
I'm telling the truth. There's no scheme.
If you're telling the truth, then why would you, a member of the Fatui, suddenly appear on the outskirts of Chinksa village?
Fine. If you really want to know, then, well, I was about to.
About to what?
Pick berries over there.
I must admit, I didn't expect you to come up with such a silly excuse.
It's not an excuse. I rarely have a free morning, and I heard that there were fresh berries in this area. Think about it. I'm here alone, and Chinksa Village is nothing more than a retirement spot for old people. What could I be scheming anyway?
Judging by how he's looking at us, it does seem like he feels like he's the victim here.
So you have nothing to do with the occupation of Fanmu Carpenter's warehouse?
Fanmu Carpenter's warehouse? Where's that? I swear, I only came here to pick berries. That's all.
You better put him in the ground just in case.
The Fatui who took over Master Lu's warehouse after all.
I also feel that he's telling the truth.
This is why profiling doesn't work, chat.
Whoopsie!
I misjudged the situation and offended you. My apologies. Our exchange only represents my personal views. If you wish it so, you can file a complaint to the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Exchange? This woman, she's clearly aware that the Ministry of Civil Affairs wouldn't side with us, Fatui.
Yes, precisely. As an alternative, you may try to solve this problem with force once again.
Paimon's in!
Darn you. How can you wear that solemn face while bullying me like this?
We are definitely the bullies here.
I'll get back to my berries.
Good choice. Good choice, bud.
What a bittersweet ending.
I made a laughingstock out of myself. I might have spent too much time away from work. My intuition is not as accurate as it used to be.
No worries. It's always nice to teach the Fatui a lesson.
Let's keep moving towards Master Lu's warehouse. Our goal is to get the invoice, after all.
Troublemakers were nothing more than a few hair churros. Let's show them what we got.
On the agenda. All hail. Stand clear. Judgment. Punishment.
That was pretty and grown up, at least admitting a fault when it's your own personal view. Well, you gotta understand this is a fantasy world, Slim. So people admitting when they're wrong and it was their fault is pretty atypical.
An invoice from One Man Restaurant. Some dining tables and chairs. That's not it.
I think we're just like looking for paperwork outside in the rain. This is a good filing system.
This one is Wangsheng Funeral Parlors. Oh, so they make coffins too. This one is Second Lives. We finally found it. Let's bring this invoice back to Hoishin.
The sun is already out? Oh, okay. Just one last experiment, and then we can get some rest. Last one, I promise.
Ms. Ganyu, you're back. I hope it wasn't too much trouble rushing about like that.
I promise to help you, and I'll keep my word. Nothing to worry about. Look, it's the invoice for the transaction between Second Life and Fanmu Carpenters. We've brought it back.
Oh, thank you so much. Now we can solve this problem.
Agreed. How about we go to Second Life and have a nice chat with the owner?
After her earlier interaction chat, I wonder if have a nice chat means some kneecaps. This is why you pay your taxes.
Isn't it Huixin from the Yuehai Pavilion? I remember you. I told you that all of my transactions are included in the records. My tax declarations are scrupulous as well. I do hope that my business won't be affected by any groundless accusations.
Groundless accusations? Mr. Dongsheng, you seem very sure of yourself. But I sincerely advise that you cease this behavior immediately. It is liable to affect the fine you'll need to pay in the end.
No. I'm an honest merchant. I would never get involved with any fraudulent sources of profit.
Haven't I made myself clear? Mr. Dongsheng, you've already been proven guilty of tax evasion. I just came here to see if you'd confess.
I'm into the white-collar crimes division, Chip.
Proven guilty? How come? That's impossible. Absolutely absurd.
Talking without rhyme or reason. Must be crumbling under Ganyu's pressure. Time for the finishing blow!
Mr. Dongsheng, can you tell me what this is?
It's an invoice from Fanmu Carpenters. I'm Master Lu. I didn't...
Do you admit to tax evasion? This transaction was absent from the tax record.
I didn't think you'd find out. I didn't leave a single trace.
Indeed. We wouldn't have found out if it weren't for Mr. Boalai's aid.
Balai? That imp from Wanyo Boutique? So he told on me behind my back. He's got his own share of dirty laundry.
Oh? Mr. Dongsheng, I'd like to hear a little more about this dirty laundry. Would you care to elaborate? I don't think you'll need my guidance for what comes next.
He had all the dirt,
you,
Chip.
Ms. Ganyu. I can take it from here.
They can share a cell.
That's good.
I must say, you're truly impressive, Ms. Ganyu. Your enemy knows you best. To think, you came up with this plan and executed it so masterfully.
It's actually one of your father's, the Tianshu's, old tricks. I just took some inspiration from it.
My father?
Pitting your opponent against their enemies and watching them drag each other down from an advantageous position, that's how Uncle Tien managed to keep his position in the Qixing secure for so many years. I figured that as Uncle Tien's daughter, you'd naturally grasp your father's strategies. So, I decided to use one of your father's tricks and play it out for you to see.
I can see it now. Clearly, I still have a lot to learn about my father. I'm really grateful, Ms. Ganyu. You're the kindest mentor I've ever had.
Ganyu solved both Huishin's work and family problems. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Oh, you've helped me so much. You must allow me to repay your kindness.
That's not necessary. No need to be so serious. It was nothing, really.
Then let me treat you to a meal. The Traveler and Paimon are invited as well. I appreciate your help.
All right, come on, Ganyu. Just say yes. Let's eat. Oh, come on. It's just a meal.
If it's just a meal, there's no reason for me to decline. It'll be my pleasure, Huishin.
Actually, I've already booked Senua Kiosk. I need a moment to prepare everything first. Let's meet there in a while.
All right. We dare not refuse such generosity.
Dare not to refuse. Hey, we got some more heroes wit. We're getting close. We're getting close. Alright, one more quest line should get Kakome to 70. We're gonna need to sit and farm resources for a little while before we can really build anything else up. Our numbers have peaked for the time being. Oh, I need to go higher. Excuse me? Oh, I needed to go inside. I clicked on her by mistake.
Miss Ganyu, thank you for accepting my invitation. And as for the 2 of you, your presence is also much appreciated.
Sure.
That's so kind of you, Huishin. You went to great lengths to organize this.
Truth be told, apart from thanking you for all the help, there's something I'd like to tell you.
Oh? If there's anything I can help you with, just tell me straight away. No need to hesitate.
Oh, no, I don't really need help. Could you just listen for a bit?
With pleasure.
When I was a little girl, my father used to tell me many stories about you, Miss Ganyu. Even though I have the utmost respect for my father, I always admired how gentle and reliable you are. I've only decided to join the Yuhai Pavilion staff because I've always looked up to you.
I didn't know that you think so highly of me.
However, in reality, working at the Yuhai Pavilion turned out to be an arduous task. I can't compare myself to such an outstanding secretary like you. I often doubt myself as a result.
I disagree. You're a great secretary in your own right.
Thank you. Over the years, I became a mother, too.
Huh? So Uncle Tien is a grandpa!
Influenced by my youthful ideals, she followed my footsteps and came to be a secretary at the Yuehai Pavilion too. At first, I was worried about her. It's not an easy job, after all. To tell the truth, I'm still unsure if she's capable enough.
Even the characters that are old enough to have working children chat look like they're like 19 in this game.
But after all that happened this time, I've made up my mind to support her choice.
So, what made you change your mind?
The fact that she'll have you, Ms. Ganyu, as her senior colleague. You'll help her, gentle as always, and tell her your mom used to do it like that. It'd be such a beautiful moment. If it's not too much to ask for, she might still need your guidance in 20+ years, too.
Huishin, I never thought that I meant so much to you.
Just like when you showed me my father's trick. Having you as their witness makes people feel at ease.
Witness? It's true that I've witnessed thousands of years of Liyue Harbor's history. All the changes it's gone through, the stories of its people. But I've always regarded it as nothing more than the source of my loneliness. Huishin, you don't know how important those words are to me. You've made me realize that I share another connection with the people of Liyue Harbor. Apart from my contract with Rex Lapis, they rely on me, accept me, and long for me to bear witness to their stories.
Oh, of course. You're irreplaceable to us.
That's right. That's why I can't disappoint you.
Hooray! Ganyu's finally cheered up!
Even if I've really been supplanted, I wish to fight for my place. I won't let you down. I'm going to fulfill my contract and keep working as the Qixing's secretary. Regardless, I'll go back and see for myself. I'm afraid that it might have all become a mess during my absence. No time to waste. Let's get back to work.
Good luck, Miss Ganyu.
We're leaving already? Paimon's still hungry.
Oh, can we not complete this because of the other quest now? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That seems to happen a lot when you have a character between two quest lines. You like do one to bump it over for one, and then you're like, okay, you gotta bounce back and forth a little bit. Just are overrated. Oh, hey, look at that shit. You've got almost a whole chamber built up there. This is very fancy. We got the ropes tying it down so it doesn't float away before they're ready.
Look! The Jade Chamber is floating into the sky! But it seems to be tied down by something.
That's because it's not finished.
Hey, Bylin! And hey, Beto! And hey, person Paimon doesn't know?
Given the enormous scale of the Jade Chamber, we split the construction work into 2 phases to make sure the structure remains balanced. Before we find some suitable plastrite, we build the Jade Chamber's keel at ground level. Once the plastrite is ready, we place it into the keel and let the partially constructed Jade Chamber rise up to the height of the surrounding mountain peaks. The remainder of the construction work is then carried out at that altitude. Once everything is ready, we release the iron tethers and allow the Jade Chamber to rise to its target altitude.
Miss Bywin, we've brought some new materials to submit.
One moment, I'll be right there. The construction work has only been able to progress this rapidly thanks to the plastrite provided by you. Lady Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your work.
Wow, can't believe you sourced the plastrite so quickly. It's the key piece of the puzzle. Looks like you beat us to the punch.
Beto, you're joining the Jade Chamber contest too?
Sure am. I happened to get my hands on a chunk of sunset vermilionite on a voyage a while back, so I figured I'd bring it over.
Huh. So even though it's rare, we're not the only ones who managed to get a hold of it.
Oh, I've got some introductions to do. This is the renowned Miss Yun, or Yunjin, probably the most famous figure in the Liyue opera scene.
Greetings.
These two are Paimon and the Traveler, both good buddies of mine. And this is, sorry, not sure we've met.
Shenhe. I am their friend.
Good to meet you. A friend of a friend is my friend too. Or, as I like to say, a mate of a crewmate is part of the crew. Miss Yun is also here for the contest. Turns out she needed to borrow a boat, so we came together.
It's an honor to finally meet you both. I've heard much about you. Miss Shenhe, though we are only meeting for the first time, I have a feeling that we will get along very well indeed.
It's an affinity for sociopaths, I suppose.
To be honest with you all, I am in great need of this opportunity to ask Lady Ningguang a question. That's why I joined the contest. Thanks to my father's connections, I was able to acquire a specimen of the plastrite required. Fortunately, it was approved for submission, despite being a little on the diminutive side.
Wow. So it looks like the three of us are competitors now.
Excuse me for prying, Miss Shenhe, but are you competing as well?
No, I don't have any questions for Ningguang. I just wanted to help him win.
In that case, I have a proposal to make. Lady Ningguang said that the first 3 contestants to procure all 3 materials will be awarded the chance to ask a question. Well, there are 3 teams here. We can split the prize between us. Instead of competing against each other, we could work together to secure the top 3 places between us. What do you think?
Sounds great, but how does it change things exactly?
I think I see where you're going with this, Miss Yun. The plastrite was the most difficult item to source by a long shot. Luckily, all 3 of us managed to get our hands on it. The 2 remaining items aren't quite so rare, so as long as one of us finds a way to source it, the other 2 can hop on the bandwagon. How'd I do? Is that what you had in mind?
Precisely.
Huh. Interesting approach.
Okay then. All right, I'll go first. I have some leads on these wonder cores. From what I've heard, the core itself is really not that difficult to make. The hard part is getting hold of the ore used as raw materials. I'm gonna head back to the ship and ask Suling if he's heard of them. You guys...
We will head into town and seek advice from Master Zhang of Hanfeng's Ironmongers. Thoughts?
Wonderful. We'll split into teams then, and whoever makes progress first brings all of us a step closer to victory. I'm gonna take off. See you later.
Okay, let's go! By the way, what question are you gonna ask Ningguang Yunjin?
I'm looking for a venue to host the performance of our new opera. Lady Ningguang has excellent judgment, so I would like to hear her opinion.
This is a lot of effort to go to for a venue recommendation.
Ooh, what's the opera called? Paimon wants to go see it.
The opera is a labor of love by my father. He wrote it based on a popular urban legend about an evil spirit and an adeptus. It's called The Divine Damsel of Devastation.
Oh, is there an actual opera that she sings? That's kind of great. All right, did we unlock the other one here? Looks like it. Let's run up the side of the hill here too. Instead of walking all the way around. Let's finish this Ganyu questline. It feels like we're almost done with it. Put a bow on that.
Baisha, are you okay? Did you fall asleep standing up? Look who's back.
You even have enough time for leisure? It seems you three are a suitable replacement for me after all.
Not at all. We've been working for too long. If we didn't take a break, we wouldn't have survived long enough to see you again, Miss Ganyu.
Miss Ganyu, we've missed you.
That's so kind of you all, given we've only met once.
We've been praying day and night for you to return and take over your duties again.
To us, you're like an adeptus coming down to the human world to save all life.
Forget all our envious complaints from before. Just free us from this strenuous work, please.
All right, I see. Please divide the matters at hand into government affairs, business affairs, and civil affairs. Mark out the tasks that haven't been started, and those that are in progress. I'll take care of the rest.
Of course. We'll do it right away.
Oh, finally. We're saved.
Yes. There's one more thing. I'd like to earnestly thank you, Traveler. If it weren't for your companionship, I would still be embroiled in my inner conflict right now.
Well, that you pulled yourself together.
To think that I'd gained a human friend outside of work. I'd like to repay you when I'm done with the work at hand. What would you say if I accompanied you on one of your trips?
Sure, but are you ever done with work, Ganyu?
Let's cross that bridge when we come to it, shall we?
I will say, and this is kind of a critique of the payment model of this game, I feel like if this was a non-gacha style game, like completing that quest with Ganyu there would add her to your character party, probably. If they weren't a game that was monetizing via character pulls. Alright, I've got all my people leveled for now then, huh? I guess I need to do Benny at some point. I need to ascend and whatnot, but I've got Diona at 70. I've got him at 60 out of 70, which I think we leave him there for now. Deluxe at 70, 70, 80, 80, 70, 80, 70, 70. I don't think there's a compelling reason to push Rosaria to 80 right now. Alright, let's finish the Jade Chamber up, huh? Oh, don't run out of stamina over the cliff. Nailed it, shit. Easy game. Where's the person we're looking for? Oh, there he is.
Ah, hello. Are you here for something off the shelf, or do you need something forged?
Excuse me, Master Zhang. We were wondering if you'd heard of something called a Wonder Core.
Of course I have.
Sorry, who's asking?
My name is Yunjin. Perhaps you don't know me, but I believe that you've forged some weaponry for my father in the past, for stage use.
Yunjin? Stage use? Oh, so you must be Miss Yoon. Sorry, my brain's finally caught up. It's not used to doing much beyond bashing a hammer all day. Everyone's heard of you, Miss Yoon, even folks who don't make it to the opera all that often. Like myself. So, you're here to ask about Wonder Cores, huh? As it happens, I do know how to make them. Matter of fact, I made some for Lady Ningguang back when she was building the original Jade Chamber. The types of ore needed to make Wonder Cores are a little hard to come by. Lady Ningguang supplied them herself last time. I don't suppose you've brought any yourselves?
No, we were gonna ask you what kinds of ore we need.
Sure. Well, you'll need two kinds. Star Splinter Iron and Subrosium. If I remember correctly, Lady Ningguang sourced her Star Splinter Iron from the Mount Tianheng area. They say it resonates with visions.
Get you later, Gold. Thanks for dropping in. Have a good rest of your Monday.
It could take some work, but if you stick with it, you'll find some eventually. As for the Subrosium, though, that's trickier. It's all but unheard of on the market. I'm really not sure. Sorry. What I've heard is that the people around Mount Tianheng have some sort of magic trick that can pinpoint the location of the stuff. Of course, it's probably just hearsay. If you want my advice, start by looking for Star Splinter Iron around Mount Tianheng. And if you run into any locals, ask them a few questions about Subrosium.
Mount Tianheng.
Interestingly enough, the story of the divine damsel of devastation also takes place on that mountain. I hear the view there is quite spectacular. A favorite destination of the Adepti, in fact. Perhaps it can give me some inspiration. Let's not delay. We should head straight there. Humidity levels are increasing. Think we can run some tests? I came to Mount Tianheng once with my father as a child.
You are,
I
HJ.
remember it being such a long climb that I could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the top. This is quite a trip down memory lane for me. Look at these majestic, towering peaks and the gently flowing streams. It's like setting foot in paradise. No wonder the legend of the divine damsel of devastation is said to have taken place here. Adepti wander oft where mortals seldom stride. Indeed, this looks like a place that one might expect to be frequented by Adepti. The divine damsel of devastation is your upcoming opera, right? And the story takes place in Mount Tianheng. Huh. Seems like you have a real connection with this place. What's the story about, though? It's the story of a girl becoming a hero. Cool! A hero story? They're Paimon's favorite! The legend first arose in this area. It is said that there used to be a prosperous village on the mountain. In that village, there was a loving couple who were completely devoted to one another. One day, a terrifying monster appeared. The wife was out collecting herbs and was captured by the monster. Her husband was so distraught at the news that it broke his spirit and drove him to madness. The vile and vicious monster told the villagers, "If you want to live, you must sacrifice a child to me." What a nasty piece of work! Paimon sure hopes this monster gets put in its place! But the monster was so terrible and so strong that all within the village were terrified of it. They had no choice but to give in to the monster's demand. Just while they were discussing whose child would be given over to the monster, a little girl suddenly stood up and came forward. No! Don't do it, little girl! Unbeknownst to anybody else, she was concealing an exorcist's blade. She approached the monster's lair, feigning fear and trepidation.
When she finally arrived, she courageously drew her sword and entered into a fierce struggle with the monster, from which she eventually emerged as the victor.
Is this the story of Shuhan, chat?
Her extraordinary abilities drew the attention of the Adepti, and they took her as one of their own.
It
Her
totally
story
is.
became the stuff of legends. But alas, the paths of mortals and Adepti seldom cross, and she would never again re-enter the mortal world. And so, destined to grace the mortal realm for but a brief moment, she vanished like a wisp of smoke into thin air. That's how the opera ends.
I really like this story. But I personally think that perhaps the little girl was not as brave as the opera makes her out to be. I'm not sure she deserves all the praise she is given.
I've never considered that before. Opera is always an interpretation of the events it purports to portray. A certain degree of deviation from the truth is always inevitable.
Sometimes lying or embellishing a bit makes for a better story.
When my father wrote the script for this play, I suppose his intention was to inspire his audience with the character of the divine damsel.
I think it's a great story. The ideal story.
Well, it sure inspired Paimon! Let's go get ourselves some Star Splinter Iron! Yeah!
Allow me! For Rex Lapis! Born of ice and frost.
Use visions to find Star Splinter. Oh, am I supposed to just like do this? I thought they wanted to use elemental sight, but am I just supposed to like hit things? Hear something. Alright, we almost put Sucrose in the ground there, chat, both, you know, literally and figuratively.
2. Rest and reap it. Blaze over. No touching.
You can't run!
Yeah.
Let's end this! Quickly!
Death.
What am I missing? It's like on the side of the mountain somewhere? I passed it on the way up. Really? Okay. There was like a humming noise at one point. Oh, is this it? Okay, we know what it looks like now, chat. And knowing is half the battle.
There should be enough Star Splinter iron. Now we just need to find that Subrosium.
I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhang said we should
It's a
ask the locals
good
for
audio
help.
cue from a game
Why don't
design
we try
perspective.
there?
Hey, there really is someone here. Yunjin, looks like you were right. Excuse us, sir. Can we ask you something? Huh. He didn't seem to catch that.
Hey, FedMart. Thanks for the 14 months. I appreciate you still being here, supporting my stuff as I vary out into some other things. It's been fun doing a variety. If you're into Snap stuff, be sure to check out the Snap YouTube channel. We're gonna be there in the evenings, Monday through Thursday this week, playing some stuff.
Hello, sir. We were just passing by and wanted to ask if you happen to know anything about Subrosium.
Is he trying to tell us to look for clues in the village?
This dude doesn't seem like he's all there, chap.
Guess we're on our own here. Shenhe, Yunjin, let's have a look around.
Sorry, you can go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman, if that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjin.
It's
Shenhe.
Shenhe. You're alive. The rumors were true.
From here.
All these years? I'm sorry, I don't know how to find Subrosium, but I think you can find some information in the village. And this place is deserted now. No one ever comes here. So you can rummage around all you want.
There's lights on in the one house.
You know this guy, Shenhe?
Thank you, kind sir. We'll go and take a look around. Don't worry. Mingjin has no ill intention towards Miss Shenhe. She'll be quite safe.
Okay, then let's see what we can find in this village.
What's this?
Doctor said you're gravely ill. Don't worry, I'll give you everything I have to save you. My heart bleeds whenever I see you getting wearier. Your illness is beyond treatment. You said you had no regrets in life, that you only wish for me to take good care of Shenhe, but if you regret nothing, why the tears? I don't know what I've been doing lately, though I still breathe. I feel like an empty shell. I've read all the ancient texts I could get my hands on looking for ways to save you. I found it. It was Minghua. He kept the book that could save you hidden. I took it and followed the instructions to summon a god and offer a sacrifice. The god appeared. I told him that I was willing to exchange my life for yours. He kept silent and only pointed to our daughter. The god said her fate was to bear the curse of calamity and that she was prone to bring harm to those close to her. The god also said that she might have been the cause of your death. In that case, I thought I should. I left her in the cave that the god mentioned. 3 days have passed and still... This story gets darker and darker. I feel like an empty shell. I thought the magic portion of the stream was over. Okay, that's a little bit too much reality for me, returning Jack.
So, Shenhe is the divine damsel? Now that I think about it, she does behave rather like an adeptus, and she is about the right age. So that's why I've been getting the strangest feeling whenever I chat with her. I should have noticed it earlier. According to this text, the divine damsel from the opera was actually the daughter of the loving couple. And she didn't volunteer. She was sacrificed to the monster by her own father. Oh, the truth is even more lamentable than the opera. Now I understand why Shenhe said the girl was not as brave as people think. It wasn't her choice to enter that ghastly situation. She was forced into it. Oh, it looks like my father may need to make a few revisions to his beloved opera.
If only I stumbled upon lab supplies as often.
Audio cue there. A branch
So
family
it seems
of
that Shenhe's father thought he was summoning a benevolent deity using a magic incantation. But in fact, he summoned an evil god's remains, which took the form of a monster. His obsessive yearning for his deceased wife led to a terrible tragedy. The villagers moved away in fear, without ever learning the truth. And now, this place is deserted. Still, I do wonder what the connection is between Shenhe and Mingjun.
We've looked everywhere, but still no mention of Subrosium. Let's have a look over there.
Looked everywhere, except over there. Still haven't looked there.
This is it.
Magic engraved on Subrosium does not wear off
We
easily.
need to go to the middle of the lake south of Mount Tianheng at dusk, and we'll find us some Subrosium. Let's go back and tell Shenhe the news.
One year when I was back visiting, I heard a story about a white-haired adeptus from a merchant passing by. I never imagined it was you. I was a very close friend of your father's. I could have stopped him from performing the summoning ritual. I had plenty of chances, but I couldn't bring myself to stand up to him. I just let things happen, let it all escalate. And, well, we all know how that story ended. I bring flowers back here every year. And each time I wish I had a chance to apologize to you.
Apologize for what? If you'd stopped him, he'd only have found another way. There is nothing he wouldn't have done for his
Certainly an
true love.
outlook.
Nothing.
Do you still hate him?
I don't know what I feel. I'm told my fate is to bear the curse of calamity, so my master bound my soul with red ropes to curb my aggression. But it also dampened my emotions, making me dispassionate. like the Adepti. So if you ask me how I feel about the past, if I hate my father or not, the truth is, I feel nothing at all.
It must have been so tough for you all these years.
Shenhe, we're back!
Oh, then I will leave you all in peace. Shenhe, it brings me some solace knowing that you are okay. I'll tell you more about the old times next time we meet.
Thanks, mister. We found some info in the end. Shenhe, look! This tells us how to find Subrosium. All we gotta do is go to the middle of that lake.
Let's go then.
Miss Shenhe, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Just now, in the village, we found your father's diary. It turns out that many of the details in the Divine Damsel of Devastation are not true to the facts. So I'd like to change them.
Why?
I know I say that opera always deviates from the truth, but now that the main character is standing right here in front of me, I cannot simply dismiss your lived experience in favor of my father's fiction.
It's okay. I like your version. My master once said that the day I learn how to use my strength for the good of others is the day that I can truly become part of human society. So, I hope that one day I might be brave enough to stand up and protect others, just like the girl in the opera. But I've never thought this way before, and I wonder whether I will continue to think in this way.
Don't worry. I believe you will. In fact, I think maybe you've already started to become the person you aspire to be. You just haven't had the opportunity to see it for yourself yet.
He's a real feeling person, chat. Maybe someday.
Shenhe! Yunjin! Cut the chit-chat! Let's go! We can't let someone else beat us to it!
I'm on here to push us along. Some kind of wreck here in the middle of the lake. Nice. $17.30 chip. $17.52 good enough? Ducks. Oh.
That's everything we need! Let's head back and report in!
Okay. Back to our craftsman.
Clayman's curious if Beto's made any progress.
Why do I get the feeling we're gonna have to sort out Beta, whatever Beto is sourcing to, chat?
Oh, goodness.
So, are they okay?
This is some top quality ore you found. I think I'll get a good end product out of these. Guess now it's my time to shine.
Hey everyone, how's the A-team doing? I ran into a bit of a brick wall on my end.
Locked.
Suling's never seen a Wonder Core before, and says it'd take a lot of research for him to get up to speed.
Leave the Wonder Cores to me. I'll work on them while you go about your business. Don't worry. It won't take me too long.
Much obliged, Master Zhang. We should look into the Adepti sigils next, but where should we find items relating to the Adepti?
I'll sort that out.
Oh? You got this then?
Yes. I have been training with the Adepti for years. I know a thing or two about making sigils. When we first met, I told you I came for the Jade Chamber, not the contest. In fact, I came specifically to deliver Adepti sigils. Master heard that Ningguang was planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber, so she sent me to deliver some Adepti sigils to her. Master also said she hoped that I can take this opportunity to rejoin human society. But now that I'm here, I wonder if I've been removed from the world for too long. There's so much basic knowledge that I lack. Maybe it won't work for me to stay here after all. But either way, I'm very glad to have met you, and I'll take care of those Adepti sigils.
Sometimes, chat, I feel like I've been removed from human society too long and I'm not fit to stay. Especially post-COVID, huh?
Without knowing the ins and outs of your situation, I can't say whether you should stay or not. But now that our paths have crossed, we'll always have a connection. So if you're ever feeling down, come find me on my ship. There'll be a drink waiting for you.
Thank you. So, Master Zhang, I'll need to use your facilities to make the sigils.
Fine by me. I'm actually curious to see how the Adepti arts work. Maybe I'll learn something.
Yeah, usernames in a chat box is a good amount of human interaction for me, I think.
Whew. The sigils are ready. Though they are in some respects inferior to my master's, I can assure you there will be no quality issues.
I've finished forging the things you asked for, too.
Great! Let's go submit them before someone else gets there ahead of us.
Doggo, 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 doggo. Lots of doggos here in Leeway chat. We're slowly building back up our experience where we want to level our next character. We need to take Benny past 50 at some point. And to get to A4. Have some stuff, Secretary.
Ningguang's little secretary! We found all the materials!
Oh, look, Paimon remembered the right title.
Already? All three of you found them together. Okay, I see. The Wonder Cores and Adepti sigils look good. It seems that we found our winners. I hereby announce that the winners of this material procurement contest are the Traveler, Yunjin, and Beidou.
What? It's over already?
I can't believe it.
So close, but so far.
I'd like to invite our three winners to please proceed to the Jade Chamber, where Lady Ningguang is waiting for you.
Huh? Where's Beidou? She was right here!
Captain Beidou has some business to attend to. She will join later. Please come with me for now.
Alright then, guess we'll head on up to the Jade Chamber first. This has been a long time coming. The last time we went up to the Jade Chamber was ages ago.
Combine the Adepti sigils with the Wonder Cores and insert them into the Jade Chamber's control compartment. The construction of the new Jade Chamber is now officially complete. Once the tethers are released, it will soar into the sky. thank you all for your work. Now it is time for me to fulfill my promise.
Yeah!
Miss Yun, I've already heard something about the reason for your involvement. You are looking for a venue for your new opera, aren't you?
That's right. Lady Ningguang, I would like to hear your opinion.
The unveiling of Miss Yun's grand new opera surely requires a venue of equal grandeur. So what would you say if I proposed that we stage your first performance right here, in the newly built Jade Chamber?
Is Coeli the Dendro character, the Dendro Archer? If so, I've got her too. I've done a few of the Spirit Abyss levels.
The Jade Chamber offers a splendid panoramic view of the mountains and the bustling city. It is fitting for the finest performance to be hosted in the heavens. I can think of no better stage for you than here, Miss Yun.
Thank you, Lady Ningguang. Then I will prepare my props and other articles shortly. Please allow me to bring all these aboard the Jade Chamber.
You're quite welcome. It's truly what a good opera deserves.
Oh, a traveler, Shenhe, Paimon, I'll be leaving now. Do come and see my play when the time comes.
You're next. What is your question? I should clarify. I do not know your sister's whereabouts. Please, don't waste your question on this matter.
Wow, you're a mind reader, Ningguang. Oh well, guess Paimon will ask a question then.
Managing a successful business is not as simple as you might think. Capital, connections, sensitivity to the trends, an instinct for what is a good opportunity. All of these traits are crucial.
Oh, I think I got one from the time limited event actually. So maybe I'll get her C1 from the Spirit Abyss at some point then.
If you want to know how to make money, I will honor our agreement and give you an answer. But that is not to say that it will work for you.
Wow, Paimon hadn't even asked the question yet.
Your question was written all over your face. Now look, you helped me rebuild the Jade Chamber, and I intend to repay you handsomely for it. So I promise you that should you one day require financial assistance, you may seek employment here. I will pay you at the highest rate of remuneration.
Oh, great! So next time we run out of Mora, we just need to come to Ningguang? No more questions from us. Shenhe, you got a question?
Me?
Yes, this is a group effort.
Thank you. But I don't have anything to ask.
Are you sure? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'd urge you not to squander it.
Yeah, just don't waste it. Hold on a second. Paimon can probably think of another one.
Lady Ningguang, do you think I can ever fit in Liyue Harbor?
Now that is an interesting question. Liyue Harbor is very inclusive. As long as you respect the rules here, you will not be turned away. So, the key is whether or not you yourself can develop a sense of belonging in Liyue Harbor.
Oh, a sense of belonging.
Yes. To become fond of a place, to feel part of it, it always requires a reason. Perhaps someone you've met, or something you've experienced here. Or perhaps you enjoy the atmosphere of Liyue and you will become accustomed to it. In short, everyone needs a reason to stay. I hope you can find yours soon.
I see.
Hey, what's going on? I just went to see the fleet. I'm a little later than expected.
Come on, Beidou. It's your turn. Do you have a question for Ningguang?
Me? Nah, I ain't got any questions. She forced me to help out, so I figured I may as well get involved with the contest. Ningguang, don't forget what we talked about. It's not gonna be easy to deal with. I don't think my fleet can take it on their own.
Don't worry. I have made preparations. The wound dressings are ready, and the Millilith have set up an ambush.
Oh, we have a twist here at the end.
Watch your back. Stay alert.
Beidou, Ningguang, what are you talking about?
You'll see when the Jade Chamber ascends. However, it's not the most pleasant topic of conversation. Maybe it's better that you don't
Are they
know.
expecting to be attacked when they lift this thing up, is what it sounds like.
When I first set foot in the Jade Chamber, I stood at the edge of the platform and looked down upon Liyue Harbor far below. At that time, I dreamed that one day the Jade Chamber's shadow would be seen in all 7 nations of Teyvat. My wish has not changed to this very day. However, it is not only out of consideration for myself that I have built the Jade Chamber anew at this time. I hope the Jade Chamber will always float in the skies above Liyue Harbor, bearing witness to the prosperity and peace of the human world. And I hope that you can all witness it with me. Let the Ascension ceremony commence!
I mean, the Jade Chamber is basically a warship. Other nations feeling threatened by it would be normal.
The Avenger of the Vortex, Beisht.
Who is that?
Osial's wife. Final follower of the Overlord of the Vortex.
Sounds like you knew this was coming!
Beidou sensed something was stirring in the deep. She warned me months ago. Knowing she harbors hatred toward the Jade Chamber, I chose to rebuild it now as a way of drawing her out.
Got it. Well, let's go fetch the Adepti.
No.
Huh?
In this human age, the people of Liyue must find a way to overcome this crisis on our strength alone.
It's an incredible disappointment that her character isn't very good, chat, because, like, she's super badass in all the cutscenes. Man, their TV show for this is gonna be so good, huh?
All hands, tsunami incoming!
Tsunami incoming, get on it.
What's that? Wait! A giant wave!
There's a TV show coming. It's not out yet. She's about to kick some ass, isn't she, Chet?
You are a cursed child. Your life brings nothing but disaster to us all. At least if you die, I can bring her back.
The day you learn how to use your strength for the good of others is the day that you can truly become part of human society.
Okay, it makes more sense why she's a support character now, Chet. The whole good of others stuff. Oh, wow, she's like going in. Are we gonna fight this fight?
What are you doing here?
Oh shit. What
Can't
up?
you be the only one taking this risk?
I hardly see this as a great risk. The people of Liyue Harbor are well prepared, and she is already badly injured. Only sheer willpower is keeping her alive. I may be nearing the end of my stamina, but in a fight to the death, I think I have the upper hand.
She was in fact nearing the end, Chip. Alright, too easy, got it. Oh, okay, I understand now.
Rest and rebuild.
Okay, I understand now.
Come on, focus.
Next on the agenda.
Hold the line.
We're way behind schedule.
Lights out.
All hail.
I wish I had Diona for this boss fight. She's usually in a lot of my boss fight compositions. I like the freeze team for the overworld, though.
I can fit access denied.
Rest and rebuild. Come on.
Manifest! By ordinance
Hold the line.
It feels weird that they gave us a... It feels weird that they gave us a melee character for this fight, because it seems like most of our damage is coming from putting range shots up on this. Or maybe I'm just missing something. The animations are so good.
Born of ice and frost. Blaze over.
You can't run.
The combo-based combat in general tends to be very good.
Rest and rebuild.
Ow! I don't know about this fight though. Is there like I almost feel like I must be missing a mechanic or something.
Allow me.
Next on the agenda.
Punishment.
Alright, we actually got some damage on it that time. After new game missions. Okay, they're gonna put it up here on the thing a little bit more often. Ah! Shit.
Hold the line.
Hit points for Rosaria, please. At least thanks to Kokome, we're not in any danger of dying.
Obey! Unleash! You can't run!
This is long overdue.
absorption test. Yeah.
Alright, there's a head down. I mostly just play single player game motion. I'm still pretty new to the game. We had someone hop in and help me with some boss fights last time, but mostly I'm just playing through the story stuff here on stream still. Ow.
Allow me.
Yukokome. Alright, can you put your head back up on the rock for me, bud? Maybe I'm supposed to just be Ganyuing this thing while we're running around. Alright, the next time this thing puts its head down.
Do your master's bidding. You can't run. Shiver.
Unite it. Put a bunch of damage up here between the gales.
Rest and rebuild.
We're way behind.
Come on, friend. Put your ugly head up on the platform one more time.
Hold the line.
Come on. Okay. Didn't see that coming.
Ow.
A brash maneuver. Allow me.
Next on the agenda.
This place is unstable. It is too risky to continue pursuing her. If the place...
Is that a domain we can fight now?
I'm just a little exhausted. Otherwise, fine. I wanted to deal with it myself. I didn't expect you to follow me. Don't worry. She's not coming back anytime soon. After an injury like that, she'll likely seek refuge somewhere else.
How did things go underwater?
It's been dealt with. She was injured before entering the water. It didn't take too much effort to finish the job.
Good. So the crisis has been safely averted. When you visit the Jade Chamber in the future, you will be afforded generous treatment.
Lady Ningguang, the fleet reports that the sea monster has left Guyan Stone Forest and the surrounding waters have returned to normal.
Thank you. How are the Millilith?
Thanks to the medical supplies you prepared and Lady Keqing's command, our losses were minimal. Of course, we owe huge thanks to this young lady for her help. On behalf of the entire Millilith, thank you for your service.
You found a home, chat. Just like the hero in the
Great.
story.
Then next time I watch Miss Yun's opera, I'll be able to take the compliments. I wasn't trying to be a hero, though. I just wanted to protect you.
Let the soldiers recuperate, but don't let your guard down. If she returns with a vengeance, we must be prepared.
Yes, ma'am.
You've been monitoring us for some time now. I trust you've reached a conclusion.
You wish to hear one's opinion. Well, things would have hardly gone so smoothly had it not been for Shenhe.
That I do not deny. However, final victory was always going to be ours, even had things been a little more arduous. If it came to it, I could always destroy another Jade Chamber.
One has observed your adaptation of the Guizhong Ballista, and find oneself compelled to admit that you have evidenced some degree of novel thinking.
Is that almost a compliment for the human?
You have learned from past failures and prepared for this crisis in advance. This is considerable progress compared to the last time. Hence, on balance, one finds your performance during this trial satisfactory enough. But there will no doubt be further trials to come in the future. Do not suppose that one will not continue observing you hereafter.
While the position of Tianquan remains mine, I will always ensure Liyue's safety.
Shenhe, one saw you secretly venture out from the mountains a few years ago, and noticed the air of dejection in which you returned.
It took you 100 wishes for a single Yanfei. Brutal. Man, a comment like that really puts into context how hot I ran. I got Sucrose and Xingqiu C6'd while getting Ganyu and Kokome.
Hopefully this trip to Liyue Harbor has been a different experience.
Yes. I can't explain it, but I feel happier than I expected.
Good. Traveler, please take good care of Shenhe. She is a dear child. In fact, one has many fond memories of Shenhe's childhood that she may be interested to hear about.
There'll be no need for that.
They are all like this.
That is true. Ganyu wasn't happy about her childhood being talked about either.
Fine. Since you care not to listen, one shan't be telling you. One shall be going homeward now.
Yes. Yeah. How long does Kokome's jellyfish last? I always forget. I need to check to remember to switch to use her Unite before the other thing goes down.
Please, have a good rest. Come to the Jade Chamber when you have recovered your energy. We must celebrate both the completion of the Jade Chamber and the fact that Liyue has weathered another crisis. This banquet must be the most spectacular ever.
So someone told me I'm supposed to hold a charge attack to farm these quicker, but it still takes forever to do, right? Am I doing something wrong, or does it still just take forever? This is not fast compared to just switching to. That was a plunge attack, right? What is a plunge attack? What am I doing? That's a plunge attack, right? Oh! You mean this, right? Got it. That's a pain in the ass to execute yet. We're just gonna switch to. I think that is mechanically one of the things I really dislike about the game. Is it feels like such a weird thing to make you have to switch to a particular character for the overworld party to be able to pick stuff up like this. I was gonna clear this stuff on this island really quick before we finish this quest up, since we're here. It's such a weird thing to like make you do. Especially considering like my preferred overworld party is these gals, and none of them are good at mining. Hiding with bow characters all day. Oh wait. To get to the Jade Chamber, I have to go to this place, right? And get the lift up? I can teleport to the Jade Chamber, really? Ho ho! We can. Sick. Cracked shit. You the real MVP?
Wow, everyone's already seated. It's Paimon's first time attending a banquet in the
Oh, do we
Jade
get to hear the
Chamber.
opera?
All of you here are my distinguished guests. I am determined that each of you thoroughly enjoys yourself. Those who don't drink alcohol, please, help yourself to other beverages. Fine wine is a delight to the senses, but it is far from the only one. I trust you will find the marvelous view from the Jade Chamber to be an equally gratifying indulgence.
Have you heard? Miss Yun's going to be performing today.
Sure have. Honestly, it's the main reason I'm here. I've never missed any of Miss Yun's performances, and I don't intend to start now. I hear she's going to perform The Divine Damsel of Devastation today, the one written by her father. I've been so excited that I've barely slept the last few nights.
Hey, look! Miss Yun is going on stage!
神女披冠到这里本该接近尾声，但今日我再添一笔，唱与诸位听。彼时鹤归，茫茫天地无依靠，孤身离去。今日再会，新朋旧友坐满堂，共聚此时。
我
What did you think? Personally, I thought I sang rather well.
And if their anime is done with like half the quality of some of these cutscenes, it's gonna be really good.
It was beautiful. Paimon wants to learn too.
It was wonderful. Also, thank you.
It's being done by Ufotable, and they do incredibly well with Demon Slayer. Okay, sweet.
You're welcome. Thanks to you, the Divine Damsel of Devastation is a more nuanced tale than ever. The play has an ending, but life goes on. I believe you will find a way to fit in Liyue Harbor.
Thank you. I think I've found the opportunity I needed to change.
Ms. Yun, here you are. Great to see you. Huh? Hey, this young lady with the white hair looks like some kind of VIP. Yeah, that's it, like an adeptus. Wait, you're the girl from the opera, aren't you? The Divine Damsel herself. And look who else we have here, the illustrious traveler. Well, I'll be. This was definitely worth showing up for. Let me pull up a chair, all right. We'll all have a friendly chat, get better acquainted.
This is exactly the type of guy you want to sit down at your table when you're at a thing, Chip.
Alternatively, you could leave us alone. That is, if you'd prefer to finish your drink via the orifice of your own choice.
That is a great response.
Uh-oh. This feels all too familiar. Shenhe's back to her old self again.
No, Paimon, this is an appropriate response.
Hey, what are you doing?
Calm down, Shenhe. Calm
Oh, chat. 10,000 XP away from AR-44. We're getting so close to 45, I can taste it. Okay, so we're gonna wrap here for today. I think we've been going for almost 3 hours. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Tomorrow I'm gonna be doing a sponsored segment for a different Lord of the Rings mobile game for a little while after Magic, but we are gonna wrap up with some Genshin for a couple hours after that. So I'll probably start Genshin. We'll probably start Genshin about 2:30 tomorrow, I think is my plan. And then play for a couple hours at the end. Let's plan ahead though. What should I be doing? So these are my 2 Archon quests. This one needs infinite stuff done. This one needs slightly less infinite stuff done. We have to do the Akaya hangout to progress the Inazuma story. Okay. So this is Inazuma. Is that this one a Miss Stormy Judgment? Both Akaya and Yomina are required. Okay, so that was the Amid Stormy Judgment is the Inazuma one. Okay, so I need to do. I wish on the UI it would let me jump to these automatically instead of making me scroll them. I can't tell offhand. It's like, are these down here somewhere? So this is, are these other ones here, are these voiced ones? You passed them their world quests. Okay. So I need to do, actually, in fact, I'm just gonna, the names are so long, I feel like I need to screenshot it so I can look at it while I scroll. My names are letting me jump to them. Yeah, I literally just screenshotted it so I can pull it up. Grusnivis. Do I have these quests somewhere? They're on the page of all the 5-star characters. Oh, I need to, I have to do the story quests. So they're in here? Those are Akaya and Yomina. I gotta go all the way to the right? Okay, I figured that. I thought they'd be even be ready. Okay, we look it up in here. Okay, maybe this is easier to filter. So this is Archon. This is story, commission, world. Someone said they were world quests. If I filter them this way, maybe it's easier. Were they in the story quests here? That's Master Gene, so that's Mondstadt. This is Leeway. This is Mondstadt. This is Leeway. This is Leeway. Okay, this is Inazuma. This is Inazuma. Okay, so these two at the bottom, they actually have different names. Let me share my desktop so you can see what I mean. So the main quest line complete Karis Erdis Chapter 1. Okay, so these are referring, yeah, this is a really bad user interface, right? Uses the subtitle. Okay, so these ones are deeper into these bottom two storylines then. So when we fire up tomorrow and I'm looking to do things, we should do these two at the bottom and just plow through them, and that'll unlock the Archon quest at the top. Yeah, maybe this is a translation issue. This is one of the first kind of, like I said, I think ideally when you pop the this quest is locked menu up, it should just give you a menu there to click to jump to which quest it's locked by, to queue it up and navigate to it. I think would probably be an ideal interface. Okay, these Inazuma ones, yeah, there's probably a localization thing. All right. We know what we're doing tomorrow, at least. Any rate, really appreciate everybody that hung out through the end. If there's anybody new that enjoyed the Genshin stuff, you want to stop by again or check out the rest of the playthrough, all the story bits are up on the YouTube channel. I'm doing a lot of the off-stream dungeon grinding and stuff on my own time on my mobile. But we're playing through all of the story and Archon quests here on stream together a couple afternoons a week. I will, if anybody's into Marvel Snap, we'll be live on the Marvel Snap YouTube channel tonight, probably about 8:30, 9 p.m. Central. And I'll be back with Magic, followed by a Lord of the Rings sponsored thing, and then more Genshin tomorrow afternoon. Peace, folks.